This is ready, set. Welcome back, strangers. Hey, Chris, Kenneth, how's it going? Hope you can hear us. Can you say if you can hear us? Because it's always a struggle, Wait, late. Rebecca decided she had to eat dinner before doing this.
Ethan made me drink alcohol and was like, well, if I'm going to be drinking, I should, probably eat some food.
Didn't make her. She just.
It's fine.
Yeah. But so we're hanging out. We're going to be discussing a live stream this was an outline I did a long time ago, back in August when we were having technical difficulties.
Yeah, back when they first switched platform thingies. I don't know what they changed, but it was right before they changed how you live stream.
Yeah.
Because that's why I didn't finish it.
Yeah, when Hangouts started to not be a thing. You can still use Hangouts if you use OBS, but that adds an extra level of complications. But tonight we're going to be discussing cases that were mostly solved by like the DNA testing and Ancestry databases.
Genealogy testing.
Yeah.
Spitting and stuff.
Yeah. So are you keeping your DNA safe, Rebecca?
I'm keeping it safe inside of me.
Yeah.
Only I keep getting it outside.
You're not sharing it with strangers?
No. I keep threatening my mother because she wants to send off her spit and stuff. And we just did my grandma's, which makes me upset. But my mom keeps saying she's going to do it. And I'm like, if I murder someone and they can't catch me, and they catch me finally because of your spit, I'm going to be mad. Don't do it. And she's still saying she's going to do it. And it makes me upset. Don't do it.
Yeah. But how's it going, Stacy and Amy? Hope you guys are having a good night. Excited for Friday night. But I'm Ethan, in case you don't know, and Rebecca, my wife.
You forgot lovely.
Yeah, lovely wife. I say that every time.
I know, but it's still true. It's still me.
Yeah. So have you guys ever used the Ancestry DNA kit? This is our second stream on it, and it fits really well because of one of the cases in last week's video was solved with the DNA kit. So, and Rebecca, they just did it for a grandma, and it was really easy, but they ask a whole bunch of stuff. They literally want everything to know about you when you do that.
Yeah, I mean, my grandma's in her 80s, and when you send off your spit, they make you register online, which she doesn't know how to go online. So I got somehow put in charge of doing that. So I had to tell her how to get her spit and stuff. And then I had to make her an online thing and answer all these questions about her. And it literally took me like 20 minutes to answer all of the questions that it asked.
I thought it took even longer because I was looking at some of the questions and some of them were really crazy. Just like,
it was a whole lot of questions, and it had more. Like I finally got to like a stopping point and just stopped, but I could have kept going if I wanted to. Like there was thousands of questions that wanted you to answer, and I don't know all these things. It's not about me.
Yeah. No. But I'm excited to talk about it. I wouldn't do one of the Ancestry DNA kits. Are you dying?
Yeah.
But I wanted Blake to do it back when he was on here because since he's a twin, get him and his sister to do it to see what they came up with, see how they differ. Because supposedly there's supposed to be variation in that.
Yeah, you're only a fourth related to siblings. I think it was. You're half related to parents, fourth related to siblings, and an eighth or 16th related to cousins. I can't remember.
The cousins were like first cousins were showing up like as 5.5% on there.
Yeah,
it was crazy to think how little related you were to cousins. So.
Yeah, but I mean, like coming from two parents makes you, but you're only half related to them. And then your two parents made you, and your two parents made your sibling, and you're only a fourth related to them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So realistically, like most of the people on these websites are only gonna be like 5% related to them, but they show a whole map of the world of people you're related to by like just fractions of a percent. Like
it'll show you anyone who has any part of a relation. Like it was showing people with like a 0.5% related to Nano showing up. I'm like, we don't care about them. Can we get some higher percentages before you just tell me their names and stuff?
Yeah, and they allow you to message each other too. So you can have people just like messaging you from anywhere that are just like, hey, we're a little tiny bit related.
Yeah, so. It had like almost 500 people she was related to, I think, which I can't imagine her being that related to most of these people.
Yeah.
I know the real one was the cousin that was like 5.5%.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to see it. It's really interesting to do the.
Yeah, I'm still upset because it's half test. Like it's a little bit of me, and I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
Ethan's still good, I guess.
Yeah.
Then he decides to break bad.
Yeah, I mean, I actually don't even know like a whole half of my family history, so I don't know. Never met my dad's family, so it's just I have no idea. It's a surprise.
It's okay. We don't need them.
Exactly. This is dice roll it. So, all right. So these stories are cases that were solved using this method. It became popular with the Golden State Killer case. That's when it was first
That's
used.
why I don't want my mom to do it.
Yeah.
I want to be able to get away, not have everyone write down how small my penis is in court records. Like, I want to be able to get away from it.
Yeah,
Is that in here?
No.
They kept talking about his dick was small because it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
How do we know it was him? Well, he had a very small peen. That's how we know that it was this man.
Genital problems who do stuff like Harvey Weinstein, the stuff that's come out on his trial about his, like, he has like a deformed stuff. It looks like it's been burned off and stuff. So
no one needs to think about what his peen looks like.
Exactly. So here's the first case. We'll just jump into it. This is really old from me, so I don't know how many mistakes are in this. There? So Bridgewater, Massachusetts. I think that just sounds like the place in Connecticut that we went to. What was that other place?
I don't know. The place was terrible.
Bridgeport. Yeah. So it's not the same place. So this happened in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. 61-year-old Ivan Keith was a Bridgewater, Massachusetts resident, and more recent, a resident of Seal Cove, Maine, has been arrested for 4 rape cases occurring between 1996, 1997, and 1998 in West Bridgewater, Easton, Quincy, and West Taunton. Using the genetic genealogy and final DNA like confirmation linking them to these crimes. These are 20-year-old crimes that he's finally getting arrested for. In 1996 in West Bridgewater, Keith was wearing a mask and gloves and attacked a woman who was heading home from a parent-teacher conference. He pushed her into a wooden area and tied her up with a bootlace and raped her. Another 1996, it says our connection popped up. It's unstable, so our connection's not good. I accidentally also, when I was setting all this up, I kicked our router over. So
it made a loud ka-thunk.
So if we have a struggle, just...
It's Ethan's fault.
Yeah. So he was connected to another rape case when they showed up to a match in one of the databases.
CODIS.
Yeah. On February 15th, 1996.
Blake's birthday.
Yeah.
Off by 5 years.
Yeah. 5. Okay. All right. A 60-year-old woman was working late in the Quincy High administration office when he entered the building. Keith told the janitor that he went to the high school 20 years prior and wanted to check things out. He then went into the office where the woman was. He tied her up with her own scarf and pulled a gun on her and raped her. Keith did, in fact, go to the Quincy high school. So he just showed, think about going back to your high school. That's some fucked up stuff.
Yeah, who's like, okay, I went to school here. I'm going to go back and then I'm going to do it with somebody.
Yeah, like you could be, like how many people could witness you and all kinds of stuff. Okay.
Well, they probably didn't have cameras in the schools back then.
But still,
this is pre-Columbine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably didn't have cameras in there yet.
So then on July 27th, 1997, a 36-year-old woman was walking on the track outside at Bristol Plymouth Regional High School. Wow. When Keith wearing it to authorities. The last rape that he committed was on November 22nd, 1998, when a 47-year-old mother was working late cleaning offices at Steve Porter Appraisal Services in Easton. She was taking out the trash when a masked man wearing gloves pushed her into the building through an office. He tied her up with shoelaces and raped her and threatened her.
I have a question though.
What?
Like, how strong?
I don't know. Important questions.
Yeah, I mean, like, how thick is this dude's shoelaces?
They make thicker ones though. So I mean, plus you're just overpowering people. I don't know. Okay. Well, the Parabon Nano Labs came back with Ivan Keith's name by using a GED match, which is a public database with where the general public can upload your own data, your own DNA, and opt in from DNA kits. Law enforcement looked into Keith and found that he had many run-ins with the law. In 1983, Keith was charged with open and gross lewdness. And most significantly, in 1989, he was charged with the rape of a 13-year-old relative. More open and gross lewdness charges occurred in 1995 and in 1999 in Maine. He was accused of peeping in a motel window. Also in Maine, he was charged with indecent conduct in 2000 and was handed a 6-month sentence. In 2003, Ivan Keith was charged with flashing women from the Bridgewater State University. He likes hitting up schools.
Apparently.
In the years before his arrest on August 2nd, Keith was using other names, one of them being Christopher Keith. He fled to Maine after telling family that he would never see him again because they want my DNA. I did some bad things. If they get my DNA, I'm going to go to jail for 80 years. There were many complaints from residents during this girls, 11 and 13. They wanted to see some rabbits. Then he exposed themselves to them.
Great.
Yeah. Their family was from out of state and declined to press charges. In January of this year, Keith showed up at a house where a 17-year-old girl was dog sitting. He asked her to let him in, and the young girl called her mother, who then called the police. When the police showed up, he used a false name, one of whom lived in Bridgewater at the time of the rapes. Then his significant criminal history was uncovered, and law enforcement was able to obtain arrest warrants for failure to register as a sex offender and making false statements. These warrants were entered into the National Crime Information Center in Maine and Massachusetts. Authorities assisted in locating Keith under his new name in Seal Cove, Maine. Authorities were then able to use these charges to arrest him and collect a vaping pipe. Don't vape, guys. From his home in Virginia, yeah, which was used to confirm his prior rapes. As Keith was being arrested, he said, I get it. My time is up. And mentioned wanting to run from the law no longer. So that was pretty crazy. Also, like, that was like immediately right away, like, this is getting yellowed. I forgot how rough that was. That was a rough one to start on. So
just Ethan things.
I know. What do you guys think of that? But what's up, Ghost Watch?
White Owl's here for the first time in like 3 years.
I know. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, White Owl. Thank you.
Yes, hope everything is going good,
Yeah.
White Owl.
I know. Yeah.
Let me look at it.
Struggle.
Phlegathon is what
Yeah.
it looks like.
Yeah.
They'll correct us.
Yeah, I struggle. I'm sorry.
We can't read.
Yeah. Oh man, a lot of this comes up like with the DNA testing. A lot of people still comment on our Sumter Doe's video about like hoping that case can get solved with DNA. Which a lot of like all the time cases getting solved using this. Like I think like I was trying to look up a number of just since August, like how many had been solved, and I think it's like 100. Like it's like
It's decent for a start.
Yeah, it's like a dozen every month. So like the police and everyone are using it.
Me.
It's fine. She wants to get hair all over my shirt. So, but hopefully they'll be able to do stuff. Yeah. What would you do if like one of your ancestors like got arrested for this? Like something they did?
Well, depending on the one, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I'd be mad my DNA was in some stuff to be looked at. Like I already am mad.
Yeah. So White House has just been busy with life. That's what we've been. We went like took a whole 2-month break.
Are you still a professor?
Crazy.
Are you still teaching?
And how do you like it? How does everyone like life right now? We're past the holidays. We're trying to end winter. You know, you guys gonna do some spring cleaning? Any summer trips planned? Anything exciting?
Concerts.
Yeah, we're pretty much like going the My Chemical Romance concert and the Green Day one.
Hella mega concert.
Yeah. So.
Oh, she's still a professor.
Yeah.
Love it. Great.
Yeah.
Do that physics.
And we still do the same stuff too.
Same shit, different day.
Yeah. But it's 2020 now, so that's something new. But Hold on. Oh, Lex.
Is
Wow.
Lex here?
Oh my goodness. I almost
Lex?
had in the very beginning of this. I should
Where's
have done it.
Carrie? We'll just
I'm-
get everybody in here.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, read that part you was supposed to
Yeah,
be
I did
reading.
skip over it. I was like, Rebecca, I was like literally in the beginning. And I'm our biggest supporter of the channel without her because she's always like reassuring me
I
to do
pay for
stuff.
everything also.
Yeah, yeah. But then I'm like also without any of you guys, it was like especially like After Dark, White Owl, Carrie, Chris, Kenneth, Lex, everyone who watches the
Ghost
streams.
Watch.
Yeah, Ghost Watch. I mean, Rebecca always corrects me on these like outlines too whenever I skip and skim, and it's really annoying because like usually on these I really like halfway just read it and halfway kind of do it from
I'm
memory.
helping.
Yeah. I'll try to make it more fluid than just trying to read it. I struggle. Yeah. Also, Blake used to help carry the stream some too because I'm really rough at it. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
planning
can't read.
on trying to get OBS to work so I can stream with like other
I don't
people
know
and
what
other
that
links.
is. What is that?
The thing
Sounds
that
like
lets
Outer
you do
Banks.
things. Yeah.
So every time we say it, I was like, are we going to Outer Banks?
No, it's not it. We've never been to Outer Banks together.
Everyone keeps asking where Blake is.
Yeah.
Blake just kind of left.
Yeah,
So it's now Ethan's channel.
Yeah, he started his new channel.
Yeah, he started his own retro gaming channel. It's called Retrograde.
Yeah. Hold on. I should have gotten
That's his channel now. This is Ethan's channel.
I should have linked it.
We'll do that later.
Yeah. Yeah, but he just stopped working on it like 6 months ago and just didn't do anything else. And before that, like he was like talking about making the retrograde channel and I offered to buy, keep doing it. We're gonna keep doing it. And then I sent him like 2 scripts and it never happened. Yeah.
So now it's Ethan.
Yeah.
So everyone stop asking about Blake. This is Ethan's channel. Blake is on Retrograde.
Rebecca likes saying it's mine. I don't know. It's fun. That's also why like uploads have been slow, like trying to do it all myself, plus with like work and everything. So I really need like an editor. So if you guys anyone know an editor?
His name is Ethan. He also edits.
Yeah, but I really need someone that is good at editing and thumbnails that I could pay.
You do good on thumbnails.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I know, but that stuff like slows me down. Like editing, like I really like stress over it way too much. Like all the little details of it. Like I get hung up. That's why I like doing amino videos were like really good because they were short and I could just focus. Like I couldn't overthink it that much. And that's also how I've kind of broken down like making videos now as I make them in parts and then upload them. So, or like I make them in parts and then stitch them together. So it's a struggle, but thank you guys for the support. Thank you for watching. Like literally the true crime, like the true horror Valentine's Day thing got over 8,000 views. That was really good.
Ethan, and he did great.
Yeah, that one was all the way from last year, half of it, and put it together. That's the thing. I'm always like working on stuff, and
he's got all kinds of parts. Like y'all can't see it, but he's got 18 Word documents open right now that he has to keep going through, and it gets on my nerves.
Yeah,
from all these scripts he keeps writing and not closing any of them.
Yeah,
he's always working on stuff.
Yeah, so that's why things are kind of pieced together. So
it's fine though, right?
Yeah. But do you want to read the next one, Rebecca?
Can you make it bigger?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Hold on, I should have done that for me. That's also I was been struggling with the outline.
Okay, that's very large.
Okay.
Is this the same lab?
Yeah, this one lab it does.
They
pretty
just
much,
fucking everybody up.
They do. They're the ones who do most of it, and they were the ones.
They're in Reston. You know what else was in Reston? Ebola monkeys that got out. That was in Reston.
Yeah, so they're based in Virginia.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Susan Galvin was a 20-year-old records clerk for the police in 1967 when she was found raped and strangled in a parking garage elevator at Seattle Center. Dozens of people were questioned, and one potential suspect, a professional clown who had been seen with her a few days earlier and who had quit his job just a few days later, was never charged for lack of evidence. The clown, located in Utah in 2016, was finally cleared by a DNA test. Last summer, Seattle police provided the killer's DNA to Parabon Nanolabs in Reston, Virginia. Cece Moore, a Parabon genealogist who is known for her work on the public television series Finding Your Roots, used the public genealogy database GED Match to create a family tree for the killer and ultimately identified a potential suspect as Frank Y. I don't even know how to say that.
Whippich? I don't know.
We'll go with that. A married Seattle man and former soldier who died of complications from diabetes in 1987. Seattle police exhumed his remains from a cemetery earlier this year to collect DNA and confirmed it matched that DNA extracted from Galvin's clothing in 2002. Investigators are now looking into whether he may have killed anyone else while stationed in New York, Alaska, and Germany while in the Army. Privacy advocates, including the American Civil Liberties Union, have expressed concern over the use of public DNA databases in police investigations. They argue that by posting DNA profiles to public sites, people are also posting information about close and even distant relatives, which with potentially serious implications for privacy rights. Investigators said when they ran the suspect's DNA, they came up with 2 distant cousins, people who shared less than about 2% of the killer's DNA, and a handful of people who were even more suggesting Polish ancestry, and the suspect's DNA profile was predicted to be about 16% Native American. Investigators worked their way backward using those clues and eventually found a couple, a man born in 1828 in Kentucky and a woman born in Missouri in 1837, from whom both of the distant cousins were descended. When they followed the generations forward from that ancestral couple, they found Frank Whippick, who was born in Seattle and would have been 26 at the time of the killings.
Yeah, see, that's also, I'm glad they found the person, but it also brings up another part, like,
Should they be allowed to?
Yeah, and since it's also other people's DNA, like, that is a privacy concern, and, like, how much of your DNA is yours, because companies can patent, like, DNA sequences for drugs and everything, so wouldn't that offer some, like, personal protection under some privacy laws?
Yeah, because I know, like, cell phone companies can retrieve your information. Like, Apple just stores everything you send on your iPhone, and they're not supposed to send it to cops, but we all know they send that stuff to cops, and it's kind of like that. Like, should they be able to just send your information? Sketchy.
Yeah, Apple actually does really good about trying to keep it from police.
Yeah,
like,
they pretend like they're trying.
Well, they at least put on it front like they're trying, but I don't know. It's a scary time. Your cell phone information is even used in car insurance stuff. Like, there's a new report now that uses, like, cell phone data along with your buying habits to make sure you're in the area like you say you are. Because I get stuff flagged with potential people living out of state now with some companies that subscribe to this database.
That's so sketchy.
It is. So, like, they know that from the towers your cell phone pings. Like, that's some creepy Big Brother stuff. And you don't even know it. It's just, like, opted in your cell phone agreement that they're going to share this information.
Yeah. So if you're going to be getting insurance in a state you don't live in, or if you're going to be murdering someone, cut your phone off. Because if it pings because you get a text or something, they're going to know where you were. So just cut it off while you're doing all your things. Cut it back on when you're in the area.
Yeah.
Yes, and Whiteout asked if I said a bowl of monkeys.
Was it a bowl or
it's
Ebola monkey?
Ebola. Ebola. The scary disease makes all your insides turn to liquid and just hemorrhage blood out of everywhere. Ebola, they just have monkeys infested with it in Reston, and some of them got out. It's a great time. There's a book about it. I think it's called The Hot Spot.
Yeah, I've never
Ebola monkeys.
been to Reston, Virginia, but it's supposed to be super nice and fancy. Like, we have a company from Reston has a place in our hometown, and, like, no one from Reston wants to come here to work because, like, Reston's so nice, and, like, they don't hire people from our town to work there. They always bring people from, like, Northern Virginia, and they don't want us low class people. Yeah, and they don't ever last here. They have high turnover because no one likes it down here. So it's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't trust anything these days. It's scary, the things that go on. That's why I try not to even think about it that much, except for doing this stuff, because it's scary what they're doing and watching. And the worst of it nowadays is the fact that, like Rebecca said, like, things are being databased and in these big server farms, and that's fine for now, but wait until you have, like, in a couple of years where you have AI there or machine learning and everything that can just dig this stuff up even easier than like knowing what to search for. They just have the parameters set, like smart AI.
Yeah. And my problem is, like, all I really want is some Berenstain Bears merchandise to come up in my Facebook ads and stuff. And no matter how many times I say, I want some Berenstain Bear ads, I don't ever get them. But if I thought about a toaster yesterday, I'd be getting toaster ads.
Yeah.
Berenstain Bears ads. Give me some of those.
Yeah. But
I've been
still,
doing it for like 7 years and I still haven't gotten one.
even with all of this Big Brother stuff, like White House said, if you murder someone in America, there's still a nearly 40% chance that you'll get away with it.
Which is a decently high percent. That's decently high.
Yeah. If you severely assault someone, it's another 50% chance. And if you commit any other crime, there's a good chance you'll get away with that too. The
Solid.
national murder clearance rate, the calculation of cases that end with an arrest or identification of a suspect who can't be apprehended, fell to 59.4% in 2016, the lowest since the FBI has tracked the issue. But the data tells a grim story of thousands of murders in which no one was held accountable for. The numbers are bad across the board. For murder, the clearance rate is 61.6%. For aggravated assault, it's 53.3%. And for rape, it's 34.5%. For property crimes, it drops to 20%.
So is that you have a 20% chance of being caught, or you have a 20% chance of not being caught?
You have a chance of being caught, 59.4%.
Let's disrespect your surroundings.
No, don't do that. Don't listen. We don't encourage anything like that.
So. We're not held liable for when you disrespect your surroundings.
Yeah, basically.
You apparently will only get caught 20% of the time.
I mean, that's just because someone has to see or has to be recorded, and probably.
But with all the cameras everywhere, you would think that it'd be harder to get away from that.
Well, you also have to think property. Like if it's something small, like you're gonna.
Yeah, I guess if you just do it to like someone's house or a car in someone's house.
The cost to prosecute too. So
That's
I mean, they're not going to be
true.
worrying about small like property crimes, like tearing up someone's flamingos or something like that in their yard.
Yeah.
So.
When we went to the UK, they had cameras like on street corners that the cops would just look at you in cameras. And if they saw you looking suspect, they would send cars to drive by. You remember that with them burgundy jacket girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was street corners of cameras looking at people. And when they saw these girls looking like they were drinking out of 40s, they would send a cop to roll by and people would duck behind signs and stuff. But how creepy is it to just have cameras on sticks that all the cops are looking at and they can just dispatch someone to you if you look sketchy?
I don't know. I think all of it.
I know. What was that?
Yeah. We have a bathroom demon and then a dog just started barking. So I'm sorry if you guys hear that.
I thought she'd get to the toilet.
No, there's also a dog barking. So both of them set her off. So also in all this, like to help solve crimes, how about this solution?
No, I don't like that.
Stop reading ahead. Do you think everyone's DNA should be collected and databased from the beginning so we can solve crimes faster? If we can't have precogs to predict crime before it happens, we should at least have a giant DNA database to help solve crimes after the fact.
Well, you know, they could very easily do that. Because what's the first thing they do to a baby when it comes out? They rub shit in its eyes and they stick its heel. Yeah. With that heel stick, they can just as easily save someone and send it off for DNA testing. Not that I'm recommending that. I don't think they should do that, but
while you're at it, just take out one of your kidneys too. Save it for other people.
Of those. I might need a whole nother third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like the very first thing they do is they do that heel stick because that tests for some metabolic diseases and stuff. They could very easily just get some extra, put that for DNA stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't like it? Ghostwatch doesn't like that either.
No.
So
I mean, like in theory, you know, that would be good for catching people, you know. But as someone who might be doing something, I don't like it.
But you also have the question, like, how well could this database be manipulated? And
yeah, because with all the hacking and stuff that goes on, can someone just hack my DNA and recreate it and put it somewhere?
Yeah.
That could be
or help use the frame you. Or if you have a database full of everyone, I don't know. That's a good question. If there's been any crime where someone's tried to fake
4chan to go in and just delete it all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need them to go in and delete my grandma's 23andMe, so I'm no longer traceable.
I mean, it's only 5% you or something like that. Or
we talked about cousins, like second cousins from the 1800s that they used to get somebody. Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah. How well do you know your family tree? I already kind of touched on this.
Yeah, don't really. Either one of us.
Yeah. When you cover up your past ancestors' crimes to protect your family name, one thing from the Valentine's Day video last week is that the David Monbrito's family was very apologetic when they found out that he was involved in the crime. They apologized to the family and really tried to own up to it. But I mean, how would you handle finding out your family's darkest secret was exposed to the public? Do you have any dark secrets that you're hiding?
One of my favorite emojis.
Yeah.
That would be me. What am I supposed to do? If I found out someone murdered someone and they reached out to me on 23andMe or something and said something, I'd say sorry. But other than that,
it's not mine.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That you know of yet. I mean, those people need to take up for their own actions. There's only so much you can do for other people, and I'm not trying to do anything for anybody else.
Yeah. White House said she's more afraid of big pharma profiting from the data. It's also that in insurance companies think about being denied for life insurance or health insurance.
Yeah, because on the 23andMe thing, you can pay an extra $100 and they'll do your health thing to see if you have a chance of having Alzheimer's and all these other diseases and stuff. Say an insurance company gets your DNA and finds out you're at risk for all these diseases and you no longer can get insurance because you're a risk. That's scary. They'll be like, no, diabetes and Alzheimer's and going blind runs in your family, and we're not trying to pay for that, so you can't have insurance now. That sounds like something that would happen.
Also, think of it in a darker, more dystopian way. One of the things they tried to tell you was personality traits based off your DNA.
I don't believe in that.
I know, but if they have that combined with your internet browsing history, everything you've read and listened to, they could have in the future have AI predictive models to come up with your thought process. That's another thing.
My thought process is Berenstein Bears, and I need some ads for that.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So what say
my thought process is not very glorified, and I think everyone would be disappointed.
But it could come to the point to where if you were on the run from the police, they could pretty much predict what you're going to do next.
Yeah, same. Kill myself.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. 90 Steelers said, hi, how's it going? Also, Chew is here. Chew. And the Ghost Watch said, I would love to know more about my family's history, but I'm truly afraid to send out my DNA. What would happen with it? Probably nothing, but I'm getting more and more a conspiracy theorist. That's how I think. It really is a really interesting thing just to know your history and the way that they can track it.
They store it for forever too.
Yeah.
Because in theory, your spit should only be good for I'll say 2 weeks refrigerated. But I can pay $100 and have them still add on tests to my grandma's spit that's from Christmas, which has been longer than 2 weeks. So what are they doing to it to make it last longer? How long am I going to still be able to add these tests on for? I just had to have a spit test for a medical thing sent off that said if it was frozen, it was good for 2 years. So it tells me maximum spit should be good for frozen is 2 years. But I guarantee you 3 years from now, I can still add on stuff to Nana's spit. Why? Why are they keeping it? What are they doing with it? Even if I paid the $100 and had them do her health things, they would still hold it. Why? What are you doing with it? It's spit. You can easily get it again. Why do they hold it? They're doing something.
Yeah, the Ghost Watch said Big Pharma does suck. That's why he left his pharmacy job. I mean, so does life and health insurance stuff. That's why I don't sell health insurance because it's kind of shitty.
Complicated.
Yeah, it's terrible. It also made me think of something though. Let me Google it. The YouTube connection to all of this. Hold on.
Curious to see how you're gonna whip this all the way around.
No, it's a real thing. It's a Hold on.
You
Give me
making
a
the
second.
dog
Sorry.
upset.
I'm
You
sorry,
see her
guys.
whole
It's a
snoot looking
struggle
up at
thing.
you.
So, okay, and hold on.
We don't know how to say this last name.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so Susan, Kiki, whatever hold on. How do you say that? Yeah, the CEO of YouTube, Susan,
oh God. We don't know.
Yeah, Susan.
It's a lot of vowels in there.
Yeah. Well, she's sisters to Anne, whatever. The YouTube CEO's sister is the co-founder and CEO of 23andMe, the database.
Sketch.
And you know who her spouse is Sergey Brin, the one of
who
the
owns
sister-in-law.
a whole spit farm.
Yeah.
Whose husband's with Google.
Yeah, now we're gonna get this. No one's gonna ever see this video.
We're gonna be murdered, so it was great knowing you.
I'm never getting 8,000 views on a video again. But no, it's interesting though how everything's kind of connected and what their plan is in the future for it. Because
yeah, I mean they got to be doing something. And while I don't know what you're gonna do with like an almost 90-year-old person's spit, but they doing something. Hopefully it's gonna like cure me.
What if they're making the doppelganger clones like in Us?
Okay, well mine would be fucked up. So good luck with that.
That's where this is coming from. Thought about that because our doppelganger video keeps showing up. So
that movie was trippy.
It was, but it also had a lot of plot holes.
It do, yeah. It do.
But it made you think a little bit. It was fun. It also had a couple good scenes in it. So
no, they played that when we flew to Turks and Caicos. They had that on the airplane. I thought about watching it, but it was like almost just as long as the flight, and I didn't want it to be cut off.
Yeah. Chris said, I'm a little scared of computers. I think they know too much about us. They definitely do.
Everything's listening to you all the time, including your TV. Your TV listens to you. Anything that has access to the internet listens to you. Home security systems listen to you. Your phone listens to you. Like anything that has Bluetooth is constantly listening to you.
Yeah. And like they're like anything that connects with Bluetooth can connect to Bluetooth beacons that transfer this data that can be used. Like in the conspiracy theory video I did a couple weeks ago, like Bluetooth beacons are in stores just to track your movements and which aisles you stay on longer. That way you can get Facebook ads and Google, YouTube ads for the products you looked at. So it is insane. So
yeah. I mean, our home security system has a whole camera on it. Who are you going to be looking at? Why is there a camera? There's a camera on it. I know it's listening to us. Just like our TVs are all listening to us and all the internet stuff and all our phones and computers, everything's listening all the time. And I still have no Berenstain Bears ads.
The security system does a little bit more because like when you cut it on, like the arm it and stuff,
you can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear the
like
microphone cut on. It's like they didn't design it well enough to be secret because you can kind of hear like it's activated and listening to you now.
Yeah, because when you swipe it to arm it, you can tell like the microphone comes on and it's listening. So every time I cut it on, I'm gonna be like, "Fuck you, beep beep beep." But
yeah,
you can hear it cut on. Why? What are you listening for?
Yeah.
Don't know. It's got a whole camera on it too.
And all new cars that have GPS in it, that's there to track you too. So, so White House does never get a smart TV, Alexa, or other home device.
Oh, well, we got smart TVs, but we ain't got no Alexas. Spotify was giving away the Google Home thingy things, and Ethan would not let me get one because of that.
I mean, that's just too much because that's pretty much it's a microphone.
Okay,
like 100%. They're not
maybe
even,
I'll get a record deal, Ethan. You ever thought of that?
At that point, like they're not even really trying to hide it, and the fact that you're just giving them away, like like where are they? Why are they giving it away? Where are they?
I don't know, but I wanted to find out, and he wouldn't let me.
Yeah, it's just so much stuff. So what about you guys? What about convenience and everything with your devices? What do you think is worth it? Like we do have smart TVs. I have a cell phone, laptop.
We got a brand new TV by accident for Christmas time. This thing has free TV channels on it. And you know what it's got? It's got Fail Army. You just watch people get hurt all day for free. It's just on there, and I love it.
Yeah.
I literally spend hours just watching people fall down. It's great.
Yeah, it comes with like Roku's have like
they got
channels.
Kitchen Nightmare. Like you could watch Gordon Ramsay all day and then switch it to Fail Army and watch people get hurt for free with only like 3 commercials.
Yeah, like Roku, who's now have like those like YouTube channels where you can basically like loop them around and everything. Like our TV came with those like already installed, so it's really cool just to watch. We get stuck watching just like these loop videos. So
I like that a whole lot, even though it's listening to me. Love it.
So also talking besides that, like when I edit in Adobe Premiere, it comes on saying my microphone's in use. I've been trying to cut it off, but I have no idea why. But
it's just recording him going like shit.
See, look at this. It's
I can't see that one.
Well, it has 2 apps are using your microphone right now on my computer. So this is you guys if you guys ever want to.
It's YouTube and what else?
Hold on, let's see. Hold on.
Does it tell you?
Yeah, Google Chrome and like Adobe Premiere is using it right now. So why is Premiere using it?
You're not even in that.
I am in it. You must have it open in the background. I have it into. I should have cut it off. That's probably what's slowing down the stream.
Yeah, can you not pull this up right now? You're gonna break it.
I know, it's probably
save.
Yeah, that definitely save.
Ethan has this problem where he never fucking saves anything. Like any of his games that he plays on the Switch, he'll just not save them and leave it. So when I want to play something and I close it, he gets mad because he didn't save it.
Yeah, also
he'll be editing for like 3 hours and not saving and it crashes. It's like, what is wrong with you?
I literally have
what in the world?
I have like over maybe 50 to 100 like documents recovered on Word because of this. Like I wish this is why I need the OBS just screen it. Like how many times like
what is wrong?
I know I'm really bad about not saving. I literally lose hours worth of work.
Hakuna Matata stuff over here.
Where do I have Hakuna Matata? Oh, it's a ghost. That's a ghost story.
Hakuna Matata, close.
Yeah, it's Akamanto's. Here, no, we got to finish the script. That's going to be in a video.
He's got all these things open.
Yeah, White House says, want some privacy, duct tape your
No, I want them to see me in my underwear with like 8 chins, just things.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
I think it's a little suspect. Okay, I'm gonna read the next one so we can.
That's insurance.
Move down it. I know. Thank you, Rebecca, for the update.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Is this you?
John Hogan took a DNA test to find out about his ancestors, but he also helped us solve a 17-year-old cold murder case.
Yeah.
So this could be anyone. He had no idea who Christine Frank was, a 25-year-old University of Central Florida student who was gunned down in her Orlando apartment in 2001. Her killer left behind DNA at the crime scene, but investigators were not able to find a match to the DNA in any of the public or government DNA databases until John Hogan signed up for the genealogy service Ancestry DNA. His DNA test results were later uploaded to the GED match.
This Pro Nano Labs and this GED match, they gonna fuck you.
Yeah, don't use those
sign up for those.
Yeah. A separate online database used to identify potential relatives. Orlando police had uploaded the killer's DNA information to that same database. Detectives soon discovered that the person who allegedly murdered Frank was genetically related to Hogan. Starting with Hogan, genealogists identified his parents, grandparents, and then his great-grandparents, including Charlie Burgum, a man who died 50 years ago and is now buried outside a rural church. Investigators then began tracing Burgum's other descendants. It led to 2 brothers in Orlando. Undercover detectives secretly collected a Gatorade bottle, so watch out, you guys.
Don't leave bottles. Just burn everything you touch.
Yeah, used by Reginald Holmes, but determined the DNA he left on it was not a match. So investigators turned to his brother, who they saw smoking cigars. Police say DNA on one of the cigar tips matched DNA at the crime scene. Detectives arrested Benjamin Holmes, the man who police now believe killed Christine Frank 17 years ago thanks to John Hogan's DNA. John said he did not feel like his privacy was violated, but others have raised concerns. Just months ago, the genealogy database, the GED match, changed its rules. You must now opt in to allow police to use your information. Sounds a little bit better.
That wasn't a thing on 23andMe when we did it.
but authorities can still obtain a warrant to get it. So that's also
They
nothing.
can still get it if they want it.
Yeah. So there you go.
Surprise, surprise.
Benjamin Holmes has pleaded not guilty. His attorney said that they will be challenging the way the law enforcement use the genealogy databases. I should have looked this up to see what's
This
going on
halfway
with this
sounds like a
case.
thing I watched on Netflix on that cruise. Let me pull it up. Let me talk about it.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit. Privacy concerns haven't stopped people from sending their DNA to these DNA kit companies and uploading their results to the internet to be shared with everyone. About 1,000 new profiles are uploaded to the GED Match database every day. The site contains over 1.2 million users submitted DNA kits. All users who opt into this public portal are alerted that their DNA information may be searched by law enforcement agencies to investigate a crime or seeking the identity of a deceased person. A study published in the academic journal of PLOS Biology in October of 2018 found that about 79% of 1,500 people surveyed said some of them themselves had done some DNA tests with 23andMe or other genetic testing companies and support police searches for websites like public databases.
That's just because their kids haven't been caught yet.
Yeah, basically, it's all fun and games until it happens to you. Because just imagine also the pain in the ass of your life this may cause. Because police might think it's you because you're the first one and they're gonna go from there. They might have to ask you questions. I guess if you're helping solving crime, you're gonna help put give them some closure. But still, that's some crazy stuff. And you have to pay to do this. You pay to send your DNA.
It was expensive. Yeah. I think it was like $150 that my mom paid for like the starter kit for Nana's spit thing. And all it did was tell us we're 99.9% white, which we already knew. And that she had some relatives in other places. $150 for that.
White House said her older sister submitted her DNA to 23andMe. She's a dumbass. So it basically means you're already
there. You're already there. But if you like watching stuff like this, there's a show on Netflix called Unbelievable, and it's about like a serial rapist and how they get DNA and stuff to get them. It's okay. But when you were reading about like they stole a Gatorade bottle and found that it was the brother and it wasn't him, that may or may not be in the show.
So what if this was actually used to benefit you in some way? Like they actually use this service to improve your health by mapping your genome or whatever.
If they told me if I spit in a thing and they could grow me a new pancreas.
Yeah, that's why I said.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, what if they would clone organs or help like in some way that they extend your life?
If I could get a new pancreas, I'd probably do it.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have to be on immunosuppressants for the rest of your life for that. I'd probably do it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it for any other reason. I don't need to know what time I usually wake up and if my skin is likely to be freckled and what my toes look like. Don't care. I'm not spitting for that. But if you can grow me a new pancreas,
yeah,
probably do it.
White House said she's a half sister. So there's some. There you go.
Yes, you're very loosely related.
So were the results interesting at least? Because I mean, I did have fun like seeing her grandmother's results and all that stuff.
Yeah, we already know that hers is going to be a lot more interesting than Nana's.
Yeah. So before the end, what are some more live stream topics should we do? Been a little out of practice. Need some help and ideas. This one was from August, so it's been throwing some Hail Marys here, trying to hope some of them stick.
Yeah. So what would you guys like to hear about?
Yeah.
I guess if you're not here live, you can post a comment. Ethan reads them.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, like been trying to like figure out how to get live streaming to work like on my own, like to have guests back. Because I would like to have
you gotta try that Outer Banks thing.
Yeah, there's a couple people I want to have on here again. I really want to have that chapter on here again because that live stream did
and
really
the Ghost Watch.
Yeah, Ghost Watch, Swamp Dweller. I really would like to do Amy's Crypt again. That was a really good one. Basically, all my favorite ones. I'd like to.
It's like all my friends I'd like to have on here. Thanks.
And I mean, also there's newer channels too. I would like to have on. So it's been fun. So
we'll just curl up over here. It's fine.
Yeah. White House said, I'm happy with who I am. I don't need a company telling me who I am. I know who I am. That's true because I mean, part of the stuff, like Rebecca said, like the time you wake up and freckles, that's all stuff you should know. It's kind of like
so it had parts. Like the one part was like where you came from, like this part of Britain and Ireland and Germany and all this stuff. So it showed where you came from. And then it showed relatives. And then it had traits you might have. And some of them are wrong. Like they told my Nana that she has little to no freckling. Meanwhile, she's also a ginge. So no shit, she got fucking freckles. Your shit's wrong. They also said something else was wrong. They said her hair was likely dark. They said she is most likely not a redhead and that she's most likely has dark hair. She's a redhead, hair not dark, likely little to no freckling. Got that. So some of these things are wrong and it came from her DNA. So I don't know what they're doing to have these things like completely wrong. But it's also shit that I don't care about. Like you can look at me and tell I'm probably mostly Irish. I'm white. And that's exactly what Nana's stuff said. Like, look at me. I already know that. I don't need to know relatives. I don't care. I don't need to know what time I likely wake up and if I like or dislike cilantro. I don't care. None of that's worth it. Growing a new pancreas, though. That'd be worth it. I'd pay $150 for a new pancreas.
Also, for people who don't know, like know their family that well, like Ghostwatch said he didn't know that much. I don't know that much. Like, how would you feel about family you have no idea really who they are? You're just blood related to them by blood.
That worked out for Boots' family. Like, I have a friend who her mom did like a 23andMe thing, and she found out that she had a half sister in town that she had no idea about. Come to find out, her daddy cheated on her mama and had half siblings that she didn't know about. And got close to them after they argued and was like, why you lie on your spit thing? How you do that? They became friends. So, I mean, I guess it could work for you. I feel like that's kind of just old people who are into that. But, I mean, I don't care.
Also, old people have more free time to just go meet random relatives they've never met before.
Yeah, we did a family dinner, which was the first one after getting Nana's stuff back. So I like printed all the stuff out, came over from England. And I'm just like, why did we have to make Nana spit in a thing then if you've already done this? But it's apparently a very common old people thing to want to trace that kind of stuff. Yeah. I don't care.
Before like the DNA testing became a thing, I actually have from my side of the family that I know, like all the relatives, one of my great uncles did trace back the family, like from the time we came to America. So that was interesting. So, and talking about this also loops back to saying like, Whiteout says we're all mixed. That's just part of being human. If you did a DNA test on the rest of the animal kingdom, they would all be connected as well.
Luca.
Yeah. So like mine basically, like that guy came up with like our side of the family is this term called Melungeon, which is basically like people who came over between like the 15 and 1600s on Spanish ships and stuff and mixed in. Yeah, they're Melungeon.
Who?
Like the Appalachian side. So there's this whole thing with
grandparents did this?
Yeah.
How do you know this?
They did research on it.
Someone spit somewhere.
It wasn't spit. It was all traced back online back in like in the early 2000s, back when like the people used to do the trace thing. Yeah, it's also like Horton, Morton, Dorton are all like supposed to be variations of a Melungeon. So we're like I think even Dalton. Like it's I don't know how real this is, but it's supposed to be people like basically in the Appalachian Mountains. Like there's like tight groups of people who basically split off from different colonies or were separated and then mixed in with like Native Americans and other groups of people. And that's why you have these almost like tribal type families. And
is that why now?
I don't know.
Because they live by themselves up mountains and can't get to other people.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying like there's an idea. Like my grandparents didn't really buy into the Melungeon thing. That's just like what the book
that sounds
started
made
to.
up.
Yeah.
That sounds like a whole made up word.
It does. I mean, but I did Google it, and it's a thing people think of. But this could also be old people. Those boomers have too much free time on their hands to make up things
That's
and
mean. You're about
do
to get
stuff.
a bunch of hate comments.
I'm just a joke.
We're not against boomers over here. Old people are fine.
I literally hang out with 80-year-olds on Wednesdays. I don't hate old people. Well, like literally, most of my friends are now old, so it's
Myself
weird.
included.
Yeah, it's scary.
You just say get out of that.
So, I mean, it's terrifying aging and stuff. You can't see really on here, but my hair is like all gray on the sides.
Turn.
So,
No, this way. Look at all this gray right here. That's all gray. That's not bald. That's gray.
Yeah.
He's old.
Yeah. So, the live stream light helps it.
We're sitting in the dark, so it's harder to see.
Yeah. So, all right. One last story. Thank you guys for always hanging out with us. I really missed it. Probably won't stream the next 2 weeks, and the next video will come out the first week in March. So I got stuff planned out.
Our dog's birthday is also the first week of March, so we'll see.
Yeah, she's in my lap right now, in case you guys missed her. Okay, are you gonna read this last one, Rebecca?
Why do you get all the names?
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I was skipping through to make sure it was the last one.
Okay. In 1979, 20-year-old Anna Marie Helavka was found dead in the Portland apartment she shared with her fiancé and sister. According to police, she was strangled to death and sexually assaulted. Police followed a number of leads and kept tabs on the case for decades without a breakthrough. Last May, detectives reached out to Parabon Nanolabs again.
They make all the money. And
not sponsored. To determine if their case could be solved the same way by cross-referencing the suspect's DNA with public DNA profiles uploaded to GED Match, not sponsored, a popular free ancestry and genealogy database. Parabon Nanolabs offers their snapshot phenotype service, which allows the company to predict aspects of a person's physical appearance using only DNA. The team can identify potential relatives, usually distant cousins and not close relatives. Parabon then builds a family tree to help determine who might be related to all of these different people and their ancestors, and then reverse engineer the family tree of the unknown suspect, based on the trees of the people who share DNA with him in GED Match. The forensic genealogist was able to map 3 or 4 familiar lines of the killer and identify the killer as Jerry Walter McFadden, born on March 21, 1948. McFadden was a convicted murderer and was executed by the state of Texas in October 1999. You just scrolled.
Sorry.
Due to McFadden's execution date, his DNA profile was never entered into the FBI CODIS database for comparison. Detectives traveled to Texas to interview McFadden's family members and obtain a confirmatory DNA standard to compare with the DNA evidence in the Halafka murder. Detectives obtained DNA standards with their consent from members of McFadden's family. Detectives also learned McFadden traveled to the Pacific Northwest in 1979 with an acquaintance from their hometown. The woman reported dropping him off in Portland and having no further contact with him. That's the end. Do I keep reading?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I left out something or accidentally erased part of it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
The end. They caught him. It was
they
McFadden.
Did catch him. Yeah, they did it. So, are there any cases that you know of that we might have missed that were recently solved using DNA? Because
it was Tiny Peen, Golden State.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's tons of other like interesting cases that have been solved. They're always popping up online. I see. Like I try to save them, so there will definitely be a sequel live stream or video to this one day. But definitely want to do different live stream topics since we've hit like some dark ones lately. Do some more fun. So on like a more interesting note, like I was working on like a UFO alien like outline yesterday, a video that'll probably come out in like 6 months.
Yeah, I literally thought this live stream today was going to be on aliens.
Yeah.
And then I come in here, like I got Ethan's AirPod case. I got him an alien thing that we can't get his AirPods out of. So I was like, look at these. We have aliens. And then I look at it and it's DNA and I'm like, well, throw this over here. I guess we're not talking about aliens today. Aliens.
Yeah, but I bring that up because as one of the states where you're most likely to get abducted, see a UFO is Washington State. So be careful, White Owl.
Yeah, they're coming for you, White Owl. You better hide.
Yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your White Owl.
Still watch that video whenever it comes out. Most like places where you're most likely to get
Spoiler
abducted.
alert. Still watch it though, please.
Yeah, that's just one of them. There's tons of them. There's 50 different
There's
other
at least
options. 49
2 more
other
that
options.
I know of.
Yeah. So I'm gonna catch up on the things.
Lex said to link the Discord.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can try to. I've been really struggling.
We don't know how to do that. No one posted our Discord anyway.
I struggle so much. Hold on, it says invite people. Hold on.
Yeah, right there. Copy. I think everyone that's already here is in that already. But, you know, go back to YouTube.
I'm going.
Are we?
Yeah, sometimes you just have to go around things because I don't know how my tabs work because I have so many
Blake
open
changed
at the
his
same
whole
time.
Discord name. Did you see that?
I did see it. All right, there's our Discord. So I'm really bad about like replying to stuff. I even have like a couple emails people have sent me. I get nervous. Like that's why sometimes like I read everyone's comments, but you'll get like a reply like a couple weeks later. I really
can't read and I have to translate for him.
I know I read, but I just get like nervous about answering some of them sometimes. So, but also let's catch up more on the. Hold on. Okay.
Yes, Ethan's 29 and he's old and he's fully gray-headed.
Yeah, you really can't see it in this video.
You can though. Turn your head.
Yeah.
Gray. Turn your head. Gray.
But even like you can't even see it in this, but my chin hair is all long hair or white.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of gray all up. He's gray.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's not my fault. He was like this when I found him.
Yeah, Lex said my ex-girlfriend's mom started going gray at 21.
Ethan.
Yeah, I saw my first gray hair at 16. So
not to brag, but he's been older longer.
No. No. Yeah, but it's definitely like genes for me, like family stuff.
Yeah, because Margaret said she went gray when she was 20-something.
Yeah.
Full gray.
Yeah. So
Ethan's not full gray yet. I keep telling him he's going to look like Max from Catfish. He's going to be my Max, just all gray-headed.
Yeah, I went in light, like in my office, like with the fluorescent lights, you can see the gray really, really big. So like one day, if I think about it, I'll post a picture of the Discord of it so you can see a more accurate showing of it. So it is. So, but yeah, good night, Chris. Thanks for hanging out.
Chris with the K.
Yeah. Yep. So, White Owl said, I wanted to dye my hair silver, but the university wouldn't let her. They said it was unprofessional. Why? Why would they care? I thought like colleges were more up for that stuff.
And also, how would they know you're just not gray-headed?
Yeah, like
right.
And also, like that's like if you're gonna dye your hair, like that's a pretty like
kind of normal.
Yeah, it is. Like I don't see how they would even care about that. Also, what kind of jobs really care about stuff like that nowadays? Anyway,
we can't dye our hair.
You can't. I thought jobs were becoming more open about things.
There's people who's like put pieces of like pink and purple and stuff in their hair. So I feel like if I did it, I could get away with it, but I wouldn't be able to do it again. And I don't think I could do it at the hospital at all because I might have patient contact.
Yeah.
And we're not supposed to have more than one piercing in our ears. And, you know, I got a couple more than that. And we're not supposed to have tattoos, but they got nurses with full sleeves. I don't know, but we're supposed to not be able to dye our hair colors, which is fine. I'm done dyeing my hair green and stuff. Yeah, I'm old now. Can't do that.
It's 2020. I think people should be pretty open to things nowadays. I mean,
old people complain about it though. That's like the number one thing. Is if you have an old person come in, they're gonna be upset that your hair is colored.
Yeah. Just think people shouldn't worry about it. Lex said that her hair is red right now. That's pretty cool.
Lex, I heard you got a whole boyfriend. Ethan showed me him. You got a whole boyfriend and red hair. Look at that.
Hold on. Ghostwatch said, night, everyone. Spring is a month away. It is. Get excited. I'm really excited for time change.
Yeah, that's fine, but I still work a lot.
Hey, you can cut back on work.
Nighttime when I go in. It's nighttime when I come back. It's whatever. Springtime doesn't matter.
White Owl said a drastic change for a teacher.
She normally has dark brown hair and a drastic change for a teacher would be unprofessional.
I mean, what if you did it in between years? You could literally say, like, this school is making me go gray. Or what about, like, teachers that dye their hair back to their natural color? Like, that's suspicious. That's not fair. I don't know. Like I said, for a year now. That's awesome. Stay
Look at
happy.
that. Living life.
Yeah. I get excited.
Great. Can't wait to see him.
Yeah. Rebecca loves people's business.
That's
the number
rude.
one thing. Like, Rebecca's like has Snapchat just to creep on people. So
that was
sassy.
true. I would use my Instagram to creep on people.
Yeah, but all the stuff is like in Snap stories.
Yeah, but you can't share that with anyone.
I know you can't, but you can get like
you can't even screen record, Ethan. Do you know that? How does it have the technology to know if I'm screen recording?
I don't know.
I hate it.
I just like
I see a lot of stupid stuff, and I'm like, I wish I could show Boots this.
I mean, I love screen recorder. I sent you that video today. That was a screen recording from Twitter.
I know. But Twitter doesn't tell you. If it was on Snapchat, it would tell you.
Yeah. Like I said, I tried Lucky Charms for the first time.
Lucky Charms is magically delicious, fam.
I only like the charms. And what's the
Ethan's 5 years old.
Cereal? That's true. I don't really like it.
Cereal is still all right.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Fight me. It's fine. What does it say? Love winter and am sad that spring is coming. Yeah, I don't like being in the sun. Like, we're going to do a whole concert outside. I'm already upset about it.
And then a whole wedding outside.
Oh, God.
Outside weddings are the worst. And it's not just the wedding itself; it's the reception and everything.
Yeah,
it is
we can't talk about a whole lot of details in case someone's watching, but the whole thing's outside. Hate it. Whole concert's outside. Hate it. I'm too pale for this. Don't want to be outside.
Yeah.
She said it was good. It was $15.
What?
Yeah.
What is Captain Crunch over there?
Oh, New Zealand. Yeah, everything's real expensive over there.
That is insane.
Yeah, it costs like $3 here.
Shop at Walmart too for if you're in America. It's way better than your grocery store prices.
Not sponsored.
Yeah. Now we finally got a Walmart closer to us, and it is life changing, and it's so much easier. They have self checkouts. Like the other grocery stores, like around here, are really bad. Like they're really rough. If you go to a big city, like
they have more self checkouts, and they have more people in like checking out.
And they're nice. Here, like our supermarkets look like they're from the 80s.
One lane open.
Yeah. So having a Walmart open near us was the best thing in the world.
I got stuck behind like 3 people with buggies full of stuff. I was standing there with my one thing, like, kill me. And finally, a dude was like, "Is that all you got? You can come over here to where we sell lottery tickets. I'll check you out."
You don't have Captain Crunch there? Captain Crunch is my favorite cereal. That is sad.
It's okay.
My favorite.
What
is your favorite?
My favorite cereal?
Yeah. O's.
Probably O's.
O's are good.
Yeah. But I like all kinds of fucking cereals. I'll eat Captain Crunch. See, my thing is I ate it without milk. So it's got to be good naked. If it's not good naked, I don't fuck with it. Captain Crunch is okay. It's better with milk. Lucky Charms, great. Honey Bunches of O's, better with milk.
Yeah.
What else do I eat? Them churros things, that is okay. The honey bun cereal, that's okay. The s'mores things, okay. Most cereal's pretty okay. Just all full of sugar.
Yeah.
Naked cereal.
Rebecca is a cereal connoisseur, guys. She's all about it. So if she had to pay $15 a box,
I wouldn't be eating it.
I don't know. I was gonna say we probably have a bigger cereal budget because Rebecca always has like 2 or 3
I
different.
did spend like that much on cereal because they make Rice Krispie Treats cereal where it's not just Rice Krispies. It's already got marshmallow shit in it, and it's Rice Krispie Treats cereal. And you can't just buy that in the store where we're from. So I had to spend like $25 on 6 boxes of it.
It was disgusting.
It wasn't
not worth it.
It wasn't disgusting, but it wasn't good enough for all that money, and I ended up throwing most of the boxes away.
She wasted it.
I did.
Yeah.
It didn't have a long expiration date. Like I ordered it in August, September, and it went bad in December. So they only gave me a couple months, and it wasn't good enough for me to just eat 6 boxes of it. So,
Yeah. So the stout protagonist said, Walmart hired me to unload trucks at an opening of one of their stores. 3 weeks later, I'm not paid yet, and everyone else is. I'm working full-time hours for no pay and can't complain, so I just quit. That is pretty illegal. I'm sorry.
yeah, you can definitely sue for back pay.
Or just fire, like, do a labor board complaint. Like, they
Yeah.
have to do it, like, they have to investigate.
Yeah,
it.
you're definitely going to be owed back pay. You should tell your state labor enforcement thing.
Yeah, you should definitely report it. Yeah, especially if you had any kind of like employee contract or anything you signed and kept, like anything from orientation or something. Try to make them search for it. But when I looked online, people want like $100 a case.
Well, the good thing is it's not that good.
But you could invest in that. Well, what if you held on to it and it's $200?
Yeah, you could be the one to buy cases of it and sell it for $100.
Yeah.
There's a thing going on here. You have to go somewhere else to find you some Mountain Dew over here.
There's actually a Dorito market of like there is of like Dorito flavors that are in different regions, and people will buy and sell them online.
Like what?
There's really unique flavors of Doritos, and you can go on like you can go them on eBay and Amazon and get them, and they can be really expensive. They can be up to like $15 or $30 a bag.
He said it's nostalgic. I remember that came out. I was in 9th grade, 8th grade. I think I was still in middle school. I think it was like 8th grade. It's orange. Not that good. Pepper Jack Doritos. Who just has all these Doritos? Stream keeps buffering. That's fine. Ethan broke our internet. He kicked the whole router over.
Kicked over our router. I'm sorry, you guys. I struggle. The style protagonist said that they never hired me on paper. They had us hand in all our papers and hours and lost mine.
That's really not your fault. That's their fault.
Yeah.
You got proof that you was clocking in and doing stuff? Because if you should be swiping into a clock thing.
Surprised like they didn't just pay you to avoid it. We lost connection. I'm sorry, you guys. Internet's a struggle. We're back. We're back. I'm sorry if it's buffering for you guys.
We don't have internet right now.
I know. I kicked over our router. It's before the clock was set up. I think they just got some free work, man. I'm sorry.
I know. Report them to the labor board. Get you some back pay. You could probably get some extra money out of it. That's what I would do.
Well, said the Pepper Jack Doritos are the best, and they're hard to find. Like, no, they look online, eBay and Amazon. That there's a whole underground Dorito network of flavors.
Why do you just know this?
I think it was in
college.
What
have you been doing?
In college, I think I found out about it.
Why?
Because I was just like...
It was in a business lecture. They're like, guys, if you want to make money, buy Doritos.
Well, I was selling a lot more stuff on eBay back then in general. And
every time we've gone to the UK, I've never found any weird Doritos. I look, not specifically at Doritos, but I look at like chips and stuff, and I ain't never seen no weird Doritos there.
We got to
Where
see
are these weird Doritos?
We got to see the American dressing.
What?
Like in in the UK or Iceland, I think it had where they call ranch dressing American dressing.
Well, it's nasty. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not all of us eat that.
If you love Doritos and you love ranch / American dressing and you want to be kinky, just dip it.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
No one agrees with this. This is all Ethan's thoughts. Don't sue us.
I bet Blake would agree that's definitely Blake's thoughts.
Ranch.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Air. It's all nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah. White House said, I heard Walmart forces employees to sign a life insurance policy that makes Walmart the beneficiary.
Is that a thing?
It's not anymore. It's actually a common practice with big corporations. Walmart discontinued it, but it's something they did for a long time. And like some companies like Google and stuff, like one of their benefits that they have is like they'll give like family's money or something if someone passes away and do all this stuff for them. But part of that is just from the fact they took a life insurance policy out on that person. They're using the benefits to pay like their family and everything. So some companies use it for good. Some use it as like
we do, because I have a life insurance policy from work that they pay for.
Yeah.
So they probably get something off the top.
Maybe. I don't know really as much. But it's a common thing. It used to be bigger back in like the 80s and 90s and stuff when benefits were better for people before like companies started like cutting out every little thing.
Before we don't have good health insurance or anything.
Yeah. So back when people cared a little bit more. So, and just talking about that, like big corporations and how evil stuff is, I've heard like one of the problems with like bigger companies is you're so far removed from like the common worker that it's so easier to cut back and screw people over. Whereas like with smaller businesses, you have more in common with each other and you see people's struggles and you can see what they need. So you have problems just like dicking them out of like life insurance or healthcare and everything. So well said. A nug. Also, Rebecca's shirt, if you guys didn't know, now that she's covering it up, is pretty cool. It's a Power Rangers Barney crossover. I almost wore
it's purple, but you can't tell because we don't have any lights on.
Yeah.
It's purple. Yeah. Barney. I also bought a cool as fuck shirt on the internet yesterday that I didn't buy you, but it's for me and it's coming in like a month. That'll be on stream at some time.
Yeah. So getting close to then. I was about to try to pull up and see how many dislikes we have for not talking about true crime stuff anymore. So because people get hardcore being about it.
How many?
Oh, 3. Right now we so far. Do we have 3? It says 0 right now.
Oh,
I don't know.
I can't.
That might not be accurate.
We just got a whole nother upvote, probably because you was talking about it. Yeah. Or was that you?
No, I didn't. Now this one will be me if it changes right away.
12.
It's not changing right away.
It did not.
There it goes. That was mine from.
They probably can't see that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, thank you guys for hanging out. Any last topics you want to talk about? Because I'm glad everyone's here. I don't want to end it right away.
With all this DNA cloning, can we get Jurassic Park? Can we get T-Rexes? Asking for a friend.
I think it's getting closer. Think about the thing about cloning and Jurassic Park thing. Imagine if you could eat a dinosaur. Like you go buy some dinosaur meat, some dinosaur eggs.
They're like half related to chickens.
Yeah. So think about the market.
But I'd be upset about it.
Yeah. See, they did find dino blood. See, that's a start.
Did they?
Yeah. I mean, they found dinosaurs that have feathers and stuff intact.
They probably all had feathers because chickens.
Yeah. So now that's the thing. So perfect organ matches. It'd be nice.
Yeah. We need pancreases over here.
Yeah.
We was just talking about that earlier. If you could get a whole new pancreas by spending one of these 23andMe things, I would do that.
Think about how much a new pancreas would cost in America, though. That'd be basically $1 million at least. That'd be $1 million with insurance.
Yeah.
You'd have to go to like Mexico and get your pancreas made for like $10,000.
They're supposed to be working on like 3D printing ones. But the thing about having anything put in you that didn't come from you is you got to take immunosuppressants the rest of your life. If you could take your own DNA and like clone it and make you a new pancreas out of your stem cells and stuff, in theory, you wouldn't have to take immunosuppressants. That's just my thoughts on all that.
Yeah. Also, Rebecca really likes Repo, the genetic opera.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan hates that. Side Drake comes in a little glass vial.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here too, White Owl. We've missed you. We missed streaming. Like I really like doing it on Fridays. It's just been really hard.
Yeah, I worked every Friday last month's schedule. So now I've got every Friday off so we can stream a little bit.
Also, when I haven't released a video in a while, streaming seems like it's not the best thing since like we haven't actually made content. Yeah. So I'm working on it. So
yeah. Ethan's alone, so it's more difficult.
Yeah. Need an editor and thumbnail maker. So anyone knows small channels. Yeah.
Fine. You do fine.
Some people do it better though.
Yours are fine.
Yeah. But no. I was trying to think of anything else. Nothing exciting.
Something that I don't know a whole lot about that's like halfway kind of related is they try to like get you to save your baby's cord blood. What do they do with that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Because I get cord bloods in the lab and we have to like do some testing on it. But I know you can like pay a whole bunch of money and have your baby's cord, placenta, blood stuff saved. What do they do with that? I don't know. Because if you don't use it, they still keep it. Do they do tests and stuff on it? I don't know. That's something to research. They might be.
Besides the government spying on us, is like, oh, there's secret clones of you. It's us. They're underground.
They eat it.
Yeah.
They're not Ethan.
If I have a kid, I'm gonna eat the placenta. To get that human sushi, get that connection.
When I tell that to Boot,
One
she
day.
just freaks out. And Ethan says that now, but I guarantee you, if I shit out a kid, he would be hitting the floor and not trying to eat anything. He'd be like, "I just think that come out. It's covered in doo-doo and blood. I cannot."
Also, I don't think I'm gonna have a kid, so I don't think this is a real problem I'll ever have. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. So they use it for their own purposes.
Yeah, but they tell you to like pay to have it stored. I guess so. Like, you know, if something bad happens to it, they have that to do stuff. I don't know. But I know a lot of people like pay to have it stored and don't need it. So what do they do with it? I mean, because that could be part of the whole getting it when you come out, getting the DNA when you come out thing, like heel sticks and cord blood. Like every baby that comes out at our hospital, I get some of the cord blood to test it. What do they do with the rest of it? I only get a tube of it. There's a whole lot more. What do they do with that?
Things that keep you up at night. What other conspiracies, mysteries, I think are problems?
With DNA?
Or anything, just in general. What do you think they're doing? One stream topic I've been having me an outline for, but I thought of was what is it? Declassified documents. Some of the darkest things like from governments like that they've admitted to. So
I guess that should be a video because I don't know any of those.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I would make an outline, like have the different ones. So also, yeah, finally. So it's probably for young DNA for when they finally perfect de-aging and can charge a ton for it. That's true. Like it's only a matter of time before we start charging people to live longer.
Well, don't sign me up for that.
Yeah. Be like the movie In Time where you just trade your life for currency.
I ain't nobody's seen that.
We should watch it. It's a good movie. I like that a lot.
What did you think of the movie last night?
Movie last night. I already saw it before. So,
but you threw a bitch fit about it for like months. Yeah. But did you not enjoy it?
It was all right.
Exactly.
We watched Diary of a Wimpy Kid last night.
Ethan threw
that kid is such a little shithead.
The biggest bitch fit about.
And I'd already seen it before.
Movie.
I don't even know when I saw it.
Like, I don't know when you saw it either. But I was telling him, like, he was like, I want to watch a comedy. And I'm like, oh my God, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is on Disney Plus. We should watch it. It's really funny. And you would have thought I'd asked him to eat his own face off. He was like, no, not watching it. No, cannot, hate it. No. Meanwhile, it's just fucking funny. And he was watching it and laughing.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Captain Underpants was pretty funny. Haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that either. I used to read the books, comics, books. Just cut me off. Something used to come out. I don't know if it was like a book or whatever with Captain Underpants, and I read like the first 2 or 3 of them. Something. Haven't seen the movie.
Oh, what are you guys' favorite alcohol type things you're drinking right now? Let's get really, since this is
probably
not
no
going to
one
be
else
flagged.
is drinking but you.
No, not tonight. I'm just saying any time because Rebecca and her friend have been making like wine slushies out of like crushed ice. And it's pretty cool.
I bought
That's
Ethan
what we're doing right
an
now.
expensive AF ice maker that makes little nugget ice because he's very pampered and that's the kind of ice he likes. So I bought a whole expensive machine that makes that. And he never wants to use it. So me and my friend have been using it and just putting it in our wine. It's what we're drinking right now.
Yeah. Lemonade and vodka.
That's fine. You know what else though? Sprite and citrus vodka. Pretty decent.
Yeah.
Why can't you drink at the moment? That's suspect, ma'am. Ma'am, you got something to announce, ma'am? Why? Suspect. Also, georgediggle.com/sour mix.
Oh, at work, we've gotten like after hours, we've gotten really into drinking. I'm trying different whiskeys, like
sad.
Scotch. I was thinking you're pregnant. So
yeah, Ethan's like been watching PewDiePie videos where he's reviewing expensive whiskeys and stuff. Now that's all Ethan wants to do, and I don't know why. But he and Father Michael just have so much whiskey at the.
yeah. Oh, dropping connection again. Not yet. Maybe next year. It's a long distance relationship, so maybe.
We'll see. Keep us updated.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but yeah, hope things get better. But
yeah, feel better. Get that liver back in check.
Yeah, life's scary. What scares you about life? Rebecca doesn't care. She's like, fuck it, I don't care.
I mean, I'm gonna die
it all
soon
sucks.
anyway.
It's all whatever.
Yeah.
No. Sassy's
Do you
just
have
chilling out.
BioShock over there?
I do have BioShock. You can play it sometime if you want.
The fuck did you get that?
I played it.
When?
It's on the 360, so I might not have even been with you when I played it.
Suspect.
But I'm pretty sure I played it at the apartment. I don't know if I did or not.
You didn't talk about how they're putting all the Kingdom Hearts games where you can download them or whatever on the Xbox.
Yeah.
And how I'm gonna need that.
I mean, you can do that. That's fine. So definitely positive energy your way. So you pick some mini me.
This is my mini me.
Okay, even the hair blends in. Yeah. So let's see. What other exciting news have we done lately? Yeah. Will said that game is pretty old, pretty good though.
Yeah, I've heard Michael Blake. One of the boys was playing it, even though it was old, and now I just come to find out that Ethan has had it.
Yeah. I only had the
Never
first one, yeah. I don't play that much games. I mean, I play some, but I don't really ever finish a lot of games.
Switch
we play the Switch more than anything else. I don't want to hear it. She can't say anything.
Okay,
I constantly want to play with her, and she won't
game.
do it.
I mean, he has 20 games at like $50 each, and he only wants to play the one terrible one. You have so many games for that, and you don't want to play any of them.
She won't play Overcooked with me.
And it's terrible garbage, and no one buy it.
I love Overcooked with Rebecca.
It's terrible.
After a long, hard day of being in an office, I just want to know what it's like to make food for people yelling at you.
I don't. I want to go to sleep.
Yeah. I like Overcooked. In fact, if I could ever figure out the Elgato and everything, we could stream.
We could just stream
Overcooked. Yeah, Rebecca gets so mad and just yells at me. I just feel like I'm just working and my manager is yelling at me in the kitchen. Why did you do this? Why aren't you doing it this way? So,
yeah, well, the game gives me really bad anxiety. So, already puts me on edge. And then Ethan's dumbass is just, dropping stuff, walking into walls, not pushing buttons right, just not doing anything right, making me mad. And you have to have certain numbers of stars to move on to next levels. And it's just all fucking garbage. And someone's not very good at it. Why do you look like that? Because you're not very good at it.
I blame the fact we use the little Joy-Cons for it, so they're not that accurate. They're not that accurate. We need pro controllers.
Yeah, but they're accurate enough to where you shouldn't be walking into walls and not doing stuff right.
We still eventually get the stars. We haven't beat it. We've been playing this game for since Christmas, and we're still
what?
Since Christmas. That's when you got it for me.
Yeah, we still playing it. I hate it. I'm ready to cut it off,
Yeah.
like the string.
We're gonna beat it eventually. Okay.
I don't want to beat it eventually. I want to break it.
Yeah.
No, Overcooked is not awesome. That's wrong. Hate it. You've never played with Ethan.
Thought the sequel could be called Overcooked, Overstuffed.
Nobody likes that except you.
I do.
No one likes it.
So, wow, Carrie's got a job in Hawaii at a movie theater. That's my life. Working at a movie
Except in
theater was
Hawaii.
like the happiest time of my life. Life was so simple.
He still talks about it. It's been over a decade.
No, like he had nothing to worry
That's
about.
how he met Will in the chat.
Just tearing tickets. It's fine.
Slay and Tang.
No, it's just like you could just tear some tickets. Life would be
Tear
easy.
some ass.
Like I would make minimum wage just tearing tickets again. It'd be fun. Just tell Dusty like I don't care.
He'd probably hire you right now.
Let Rebecca just like I'll be a house husband and ticket terror.
You're not doing that, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, not have to worry about anything.
You do have to.
So
worry
already
about
do.
You have bills now.
You got that.
Who's got that? I don't want to have that.
You got it.
I don't have it. I want to stay at home.
Yeah. I'll become a movie reviewer on here. See all the movies.
That's a thing.
I
If
know.
you want to pay a bunch of money to go see movies, you don't have Movie Pass anymore.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. No. The art of review. Our movie reviews never do well on here.
It's probably because no one agrees. We did one that did decent. Didn't the Nun review do decent?
Yeah, I think it was the
terrible
Nun. The
garbage,
Nun we
though.
did. Yeah.
Not a good movie.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's wonderful having time of our life living on an island paradise. Hold on. Would it be great or terrible to live above a movie theater you own? I mean, it'd be pretty awesome. Like,
It sounds loud.
Yeah, but I would do it. I think in like our area, you could almost say like a movie theater that served alcohol and was like catered to adults could do something, especially like our downtowns like growing, becoming like more like yuppie-fied. So you could have
What kind of word is that?
More hipstery. Like you could have everyone just live down there, go see their movies, drink,
break stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So okay. All right. I don't know what else to say. Running out empty. This is why I make outlines.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be up.
Oh yeah, you do have
in
to
a
be up.
few
I'm
hours to
sorry.
go to
Yeah,
work.
Rebecca does have to work. Okay, so we'll end it. I struggle. This is like
you're
me
doing
every
fine.
day.
You just have the dog huffing over here.
Yeah. So live streams eventually.
Well, first of all, don't spit and turn it into people because they'll get you for murders and stuff. Don't do that.
Yeah. Don't do that. Be safe. Don't get murdered. Lock your windows. Lock your doors.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Don't get the security system though, because it might be listening to you. So it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Let's say any other life advice. Always wear
Get a
helmet.
Pomeranian.
Yeah. They're a little vicious. So, but
They look funny when they don't have ears.
yeah, but
Look at it.
yeah,
Look at it. It's no ears. It's a lot better with the ears.
No, but it was awesome getting to talk to White Owl, Lex.
Yes.
Glad Will was
Glad
here.
both the girls
Yeah.
could make it.
Yeah. Chris, he already went to bed.
She.
Okay,
I think
I
it's
struggle.
she.
I'm so bad. I'm sorry. But we will do more live streams eventually.
We could do one next week if you don't have the thing at that golf thing.
We're supposed to be eating. We're supposed to try like a community stew thing.
I don't want to do that.
I like trying different stews. So if you guys have stew recipes, that's also a thing.
Yeah, after we came back from England, Ethan was like, I found out they have a lifetime perpetual stew at this place. Why didn't we go? And then was upset about it.
Yeah, I would love to eat something that was a perpetual stew. So it's where they like keep making it and don't ever let it like run down. I'd eat it all day, every day. Oh, Sam's birthday's on Wednesday. Tell her
happy birthday,
yeah.
Sam.
Yeah. You should get her a hoverboard so that she can ride
Her and
a
Josie
pony
can
on
run
it.
around.
Yeah, that would be cute. So put helmets on them though instead of cowboy hats because hoverboards can kill people. So, but no, good night. We'll definitely stream more eventually. Definitely we'll post it on Twitter, Discord. That's where we're pretty active. Also active on, like, I post stuff on Facebook too, some. But love you guys. Miss you. And
Don't talk to the dog. You don't miss her. She's here.
she is right here. But until then, good night and stay strange. Gotta figure out the button to end it.
It takes forever.
It
Stay
does end it, so we
strange.
can just keep going. It's ending. It's ending. Oh, it has to double click to end it. Good night, Dank Lad and the stout protagonist. You guys were awesome.
Stay
And
strange.